I think we're living in times of extreme turbulence. There's so much flux around us. And personally, this is the time that I find myself going back to literature, going back to academia, just to make sense of what's happening in the world around us. And I don't think that's just limited to, say, from a public health standpoint, or just understanding how things are happening sociologically or economically. But I think even great texts of commerce and enterprises help us understand how the world functions.
The Commerce Society of the Sri Ram College of Commerce, which has always been one of the top societies of the University of Delhi.
I'd like to congratulate Commerce Society of SRCC for completing 50 years of journey.
Always for over 50 years endeavoring to improve the consistent, persistent pursuit of the potential of commerce.
The recent publication of the magazine of the Commerce Society of SRCC College. It gives me great happiness to launch the magazine for the society.
Extremely happy to launch the first online edition of the annual journal.
When they approached me to release its first edition of the magazine on MUDRA', I accepted the invitation.
It's a great occasion. It's the answer for the times we live in. More and more online editions now would be the mean of our to spread knowledge.
I have a copy. Just share with me the soft copy and I will just read it. So this is MUDRA', the annual magazine, Commerce Society of Sri Ram College of Commerce.
I would like to congratulate the team behind the magazine, the student body, the teachers, the college fraternity for putting this venture together when times are hard, when it's difficult to coordinate and collaborate. I am so happy to see this kind of an output coming together.
Knowledge is the key. Knowledge is the competitive advantage, and this magazine serves that purpose very well. I hope you will all enjoy this, and I wish the society, the college, and the office bearers and the editorial team to continue to do such excellent work in the future as well.
And most importantly, be kind to your future self and do good deeds.
किसी ने बहुत अच्छी बात कही है, सपने वो नहीं होते जो नींद में आते हैं, सपने वो होते जो नींद नहीं आते।
Everyone. We, on behalf of the Commerce Society SRCC, take the opportunity to welcome Mr. Shiv Khera sir on the inauguration ceremony of our annual magazine, MUDRA'.
Celebrating 50 years of legacy this year, the Commerce Society proudly presents yet another milestone in the form of MUDRA'. We hope MUDRA' enable its audience to widen their horizon of knowledge, ideas, and understanding.
So, you are a true inspiration for the youngsters, a renowned author, motivational speaker, educator, business consultant, and a political activist. So, we are truly overwhelmed to have you amongst us. We thank you for spending time from your busy schedule and joining us today. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
It's a delight and pleasure that such an eminent personality like yours is here to inaugurate a whole year's hard work in terms of this journal covering maximum articles, research projects, and other works.
Well, I congratulate all of you on launch of your magazine, and I wish you all the best. I'm sure you will get a lot of good material and contribute to all the viewers and readers up there.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Anjali and Astha. And again, sir, it's an honor to talk to you. So first of all, I'd like to ask you, how do you think our magazine Mudra and other type of e-magazines can help the youth in this time?
Well, uh, Anmol, anytime anything that adds value, that gives value addition to a person's life, it is a contribution. Now, once you have your contents are quality contents, good contents, which gives them a value addition to a reader, there is a wow element. You know what a wow element is? Wow. When they read it, they should say mentally, boy, I didn't know it. And if I had not read it, I would have been a little poorer. I become a little richer by reading this. That's a wow element. And number two is, they should not be writing that or saying that this article is well written. No, no. They should be really saying that from this point onwards, this is what I will do in my life. Means there is an action and a change in behavior. If there is no change in behavior, it is a casual reader, it is fiction. So what? No big deal. So really, when you give a value addition and the reader says, wow, the wow comes only from these two things. That if I had not read it, I would have been a little poorer. I become richer by reading. And two, from this point onwards, this is what I will do in my life. Now, you can only change behavior when your articles appeal to the head and the heart together. If you only appeal to the head, people say, oh, great thing, you did a wonderful thing, but there will be no behavior change. You see, till we appeal to the emotions, people do not change behavior. They will only say, good job, so what? Doesn't mean anything. So many people in this world, they know what to do. They know also what is right, but they do the wrong thing. And they many times they say, well, I don't want to do wrong, but I'm attracted to do wrong. And I want to do good, but I'm not attracted to do good. So this is where your contribution, Anmol, would be Anmol. I would say your Anmol will be Anmol. And
Yes.
give it to them, and that'll be priceless.
It's amazing and impressive.
Thanks a lot, sir,
So
for
now
your
I
such words.
Yes, thank you, sir. So now I would love to know how being a famous speaker and authors.
While my journey has been a roller coaster in my life. In my school, I was a backbencher, troubling the front benchers. I failed in my 10th. I put 2 years in 10th grade. But it used to be higher secondary in the 1965, 66, 67. And imagine I failed in my 10th. But in the higher secondary board, there were only 3 people from arts who got a first division. I was one of them. But imagine, all of a sudden, how could it happen? I was the backbencher troubling the front benchers. Out of 6 or 7 subjects, I failed in all except one. So my principal called me and said, Shiv, you're paying too much attention to one subject. Out of 28 kids, I was number 27 because the 28 were absent. Now, you see, all I'm saying is, this is what my grades were as I went along. But in the board, I was one of the first divisioners. Now, what changed? Till then, I was the backbencher, I was the troublemaker, I was the more into sports, and I was never the studious guy. But something changed at some point in my life, and that changed. And eventually, I got into SRCC, and I cleared 3 years later. Though I come from a business family. We had coal mines in India, close to 1,000 people working, and the government nationalized. They took over. So we came on the street. Street means street. Some families had money, our family did not. My father had died when I was just about finished college. We were left with the liabilities and the assets were gone. And I was married just 4 weeks then. I got married when I was just about 22 and a half. And a year later, my daughter was born. And I sold some of the last piece of my mother's jewelry to get released from the hospital. I did not have $10 to buy milk. Now, from there, I tried my hands on 3 businesses with no money, and I failed in all 3. After that, I left India in 1975, went to US. Initially went to Toronto, We were sleeping on the floor. We had no furniture. And I started life with a bucket in my hand, washing cars door to door for a year and a half. And then daytime I used to wash cars. Evening time I used to sell vacuum cleaners door to door. And then totally by accident, I got into selling life insurance. And then within 3 months, I was about to be fired by my manager. But there were some things that were turning points in my life. They were turning points. I attended a program by Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, the man who wrote the book Power of Positive Thinking. I sat through as a student in that program. There were 1,000 people. And as Dr. Peale came in, he looked at all of us and said, "You people appear so relaxed, comfortable, calm, cool. You have no problem." And he asked, "Does anybody have a problem?" And everybody raised their hand. Of course, we all have problems. Who doesn't have it? Then he said, "How many people would like to get rid of the problem?" Again, everybody raised their hand. Then Dr. Peale said, "On my way here to this congregation, I came across a place where I saw some people lying there, totally stretched out, totally relaxed. They had no problem. How many people would like to where it is?" Again, everybody raised their hand. Dr. Peale said, 2 blocks away from here, there is a cemetery. There are people lying there, all stretched out, totally relaxed. They have no problem. How many people would like to get rid of the problem? Nobody raised their hand. Everybody put their hand in their pocket. Then Dr. Peale said, "Remember one thing, problem is a sign of life. Anmol, so long as we are alive, we shall have problems. The day we don't have problems, we'll be dead."
Yes.
And when you're running short of problems, that is the time to get on your knees and pray to God, "Have you stopped trusting me anymore? Send me some problems." And that day, he did a prayer, which is called the Serenity Prayer. And since the last 45 years, I have not left my home without my prayer. And I faced many, many, many adverse situations in my life. And this prayer has helped me hide over and given me a lot of strength. I'll share with you. And if you want to take this prayer down, please do so. And you'll have it recorded anyway.
Yes, sure, sure, sure.
Prayer goes like this, Serenity Prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, and courage to change the things that I can, and wisdom to know the difference what I can and what I cannot. Amazing. This prayer is the crux of life. And if you dissect, analyze this prayer, it says, God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. Now, let me ask you, is everything in this world within our control? Answer is no. Can I change everything all over? Answer is no. There are some things beyond, such as, I didn't choose my parents, neither did you. I didn't decide where I was going to be born, and neither did you. And granted, sometimes people are born deformed. What wrong did they do? Sometimes bad things do happen to good people for no fault of their own. What wrong did they do? Who knows? How did this corona crisis come? Who knows what? How did it come? It says, what I cannot change, let me accept it graciously, not grudgingly. Because many times in life, we keep fighting the things we just cannot change, and we bring stress into our lives, and we become paralyzed, and we become unproductive totally. So what I cannot change, let me accept it graciously, and if I can change, then give me the guts and courage to do it, and wisdom to know what I can and what I cannot. Now, when I wrote my book, You Can Achieve More, which was launched in London last year, and I took this thought 2 steps forward. And I wrote in that life is full of choices and life is full of compromises. It seems like a contradiction, but not really. See, how is life full of choices? If I ill-treat you, I've chosen to be ill-treated, haven't I? If I treat you with discourtesy, I've chosen to be treated with discourtesy, haven't I? If I light up a cigarette, I've chosen to invite cancer, haven't I? If I drink and drive, I've chosen to invite an accident, haven't I? If I exercise every day, I've chosen to invite good health, haven't I? If I eat too much every day, I've chosen to be obese, haven't I? If I tell lies, I've chosen to lose my credibility, haven't I? If I tell the truth, I've chosen to be a credible person, haven't I? See, I can go on and on and on. Life is full of choices. Now, hear this. We are all free to the point of choice. But after we make our choices, the choice controls the chooser. We have no more choice after that. Our freedom stops. Anmol, we are all free to the point of choice, but after we make our choices, the choice controls the chooser. We have no more choice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How is life full of compromise? In life, we cannot choose the cards that are dealt to us. What we can choose is how we play the game. And sometimes nature gives us a lemon. The choice is ours. Do we cry or do we make lemonade? That's a choice we have to make. Now, many times people ask me, people who are successful, don't they make mistakes in life? And people who are unsuccessful, don't they do positive things in life? My answer is, people who are successful, they do make mistakes. But Anmol, hear this. Making a mistake once in a while does not make anybody a failure. Repeating the same mistake again and again is what brings failure. And doing something positive once in a while does not bring success. Repeating the same positive behavior again and again is what brings success. What is success? Series of positive choices in life is called success. And series of negative choices in life is called failure. Now, I'm going to stop here. We do a 3-day program on this, but that's another time. But for that one, for now, I'll stop here. Go ahead.
That's really motivating.
Until you came in, I apologize.
Their journey has been really great. It's amazing.
It's like amazing to hear your ideology. So such a positive thinking. Like it's so inspiring for all the youngsters at right now.
Thank you. I'm grateful to you, Anjali, for your kind words, and thank you indeed.
Yes, sir. Sir, one last question is, being aware about the college stress and now the stressful lockdown, how will you suggest the students to cope up with the mental stress in this lockdown?
Yeah. Well, what I just shared with you is really the answer. Just think and analyze that prayer. If that does not release stress, I don't think anything else in this world will be able to do it. You know something Cicero 2,000 years ago said once, what do we worry for? What do we worry for? Stress is a worry. Now, he says everything in this world falls in 2 categories. Either we can do something about something. And if we can do something about something, then why worry? Or either we can do nothing about something. Well, if we cannot do anything about something, why worry?
Yes, sir.
I mean, if we can do something about something, then why worry? And if we can't do something about something, why worry? Either way, tell me. But everything falls into these categories.
Yes, sir.
You know something? Worry is negative conditioning of our mind. Tell me, what is worry? We keep thinking of something that we don't want to happen. I repeat, we keep thinking of something that we don't want to happen. That is what is called worry. If you keep thinking of something you want to happen, that's not called worry. That is aspiration. You like it, you want it, that is dream. So keep in mind, worry is something which is negative thinking. Worry is something we think of which we don't want to happen. That is negative. So get your mind on the positive. How do you get your mind on the positive? Read good books. Read good books. Listen to good videos. Listen to good audios. Listen to good YouTube stuff. I mean, till I got married, I never read a book in my life. I only read comics in my life. Only when I went to US, after attending some program with Dr. Peel and others, I started reading books. And I became an avid reader. And I started reading 30, 40 books a year. I highly recommend go pick up the book You Can Achieve More, which was launched last year by us in London. In there, I have given a survey. Hear this carefully, Anmol. I have given a survey that 85% of millionaires and billionaires in the world today are first generation. Only 15% are coming from inheritance. 85% of millionaires and billionaires are first generation. And they were asked this question, how could you achieve so much financial success in such a short time? Or in such a short time? And they said, we read books. What kind of books? How many books? And the answer was, we read 50 books a year. 50 books a year means what? One book a week. Multimillionaires, billionaires make time to read one book a week. Warren Buffett is an avid reader. Bill Gates is an avid reader. Imagine they read one book a week. Multimillionaires. And they were asked, what kind of books do you read? And the answer was, we read only self-help books. We don't read fiction. Why? Fiction is fiction, will remain fiction. Self-help books. And why self-help books? And they said, one good idea is worth $1 million. And they said, we don't have any time to waste. We don't have time to waste reading fiction. And now what does it tell you? Multimillionaires, billionaires, first generation, read one book a week. Means what? There is a connection between learning and earning, and learning and earning, and learning and earning, and learning and earning. You learn and you earn, and you learn and you earn. But you know something? What is the advantage of reading a good book? Good book. It gives you wisdom of ages in a capsule form. And two, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You got a path to success. And three, it prevents you from pitfalls. Those pitfalls could be so dangerous, you might be able to recover anytime in life. You're gone forever. Now, a serious reader of books will never borrow or lend books. Never, never, never. Many times people come to me and say, Mr. Khera, I got a great book. I can lend it to you. I said, no, don't do it. Give it to me, gift it to me, sell it to me. Don't lend it to me. Why? Because I will not give it back to you. Why? Because when I read a book, I have a pencil, pen, marker on the side with me. Because when I read a book, I make notation on the side. I do marking underneath. Why? Because I learned one thing in my life. Reading a good book once is not good enough. You know why? Because when you read a good book the second time, you don't find anything new in the book. You find something new in yourself. When you read a good book the third time, you find something new in yourself third time. When you read the fourth time, you don't find anything new in the book, but you find something new in yourself. I have read so many books 5 times, 6 times, 10 times. Now, what does it tell you? People who complain, I don't have time to read a book, I don't have money to buy a book, they will make excuses for the rest of their life. Multimillionaires, billionaires make time to read one book a week. And these people who are unemployed, they don't have time to read a book. And they say, well, when I have the money to buy a book, I'll get a book. You know something? Today you can get any book in the world for free at the library. Go there. They will never go there. They will never go there. They will do nothing. They will permanently keep blaming the whole world for bad luck. But they will not do anything for themselves. That is the key.
Okay, sir. That's so motivating. It was a wonderful lesson from you, sir.
It's really amazing to hear from you, sir.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for your precious time. It's a great experience for all of us.
Grateful. Wish you all the best.
So we
And in
thank
fact,
you on the behalf of whole Commerce Society.
thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you so much,
Take
sir.
care, and that's it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank
Anjali.
you.
Anmol, and thank you.